Today, we are going to explain how the sort function works in JavaScript. We will go step by step to make everything clear and easy to understand. The sort function is a built-in JavaScript method used to sort the elements of an array. It can be used to sort numbers, strings, or even more complex data like objects. However, there are a few things you need to understand about how it works, especially when dealing with numbers and custom sorting. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you have an array of numbers, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 9. Now, when you use the sort method on this array, you might expect this to return the numbers in ascending order like 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9. And in this case, it does. But it's important to understand what's happening behind the scenes. By default, the sort function converts elements of the array into strings. Then, it sorts them based on their Unicode values. This can be confusing when dealing with numbers. Let's look at another example. Imagine you have an array of numbers 10, 5, 20, and 3. You might expect this to return 3, 5, 10, and 20. But instead, it returns 10, 20, 3, and 5. Why does this happen? It's because sort is treating the numbers like strings and compares the first character of each number. For example, 10 starts with the digit 1, and 20 starts with 2. So, the sorting order is based on these starting digits, not the full number. Next, let's see how to sort numbers correctly. To sort numbers correctly, you need to pass a comparison function to sort. This tells JavaScript how to compare two numbers. When you provide a comparison function like this, here, we are comparing two numbers, a and b, and subtracting them. Let me explain what happens. If the result is negative, it means a is smaller than b, so a comes first. If the result is positive, it means a is larger than b, so b comes first. If the result is 0, it means they are equal, and their order doesn't change. So, after sorting, the array will now be 3, 5, 10, and 20. Now, let's talk about sorting in descending order. What if you want to sort numbers in descending order? In that case, you just need to reverse the comparison. Now, the array will be sorted as 20, 10, 5, and 3. Next, let's look at sorting strings. When working with strings, the default behavior of sort works just fine. This is because strings are compared based on their Unicode values. Let's say you have an array of names, Charlie, Alice, and Bob. The array will return the names in this order, Alice, Bob, and Charlie. The strings are sorted alphabetically because their characters are compared based on their Unicode values. Now, let's see how to do custom sorting with strings. Sometimes, you might want to sort strings in a custom way. For example, let's say you want to sort strings by their length, not alphabetically. Let's take an array of words, apple, banana, kiwi, and grape. When you sort them by length using a comparison function like this, the array will return the words sorted by length, kiwi, apple, grape, and banana. Here, we are comparing the length of each string. The shorter strings come first, and the longer ones come later. Now, let's talk about sorting objects. Let's say you have an array of objects and you want to sort them by a specific property. For example, you have an array of people with their names and ages. Alice, who is 25, Bob, who is 30, and Charlie, who is 20. To sort them by age, you can use a comparison function like this. The array will now be sorted by age. First Charlie, who is 20, then Alice, who is 25, and finally Bob, who is 30. Finally, let's summarize what we've learned. By default, function converts elements to strings and sorts them based on Unicode values. To sort numbers correctly, you need to provide a comparison function that compares the numbers directly. You can use the comparison function to sort in descending order, sort strings by custom rules, or sort objects by specific properties. Thank you for listening. If you found this explanation helpful, please subscribe for more. See you next time.